So Rashad Jennings, you put a post out there. You were talking about how you want the smoke and you're challenging anybody in pickleball, and I love that. Team McNasty, Matt Manasse and I are here for it. I responded that we were, and you said, let's do it. So let's name the time and place, figure out who your partner is. Let's roll.
Let's roll. I'm also with it.
Certified McNasty.
Welcome back to another episode of Certified McNasty. I am your host, Matt Manasse, joined, as always, by my pal, Jason Adler. What's up?
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here. First of all, we've gotten a lot of feedback from friends, fans, randoms, all these people that are now in our Certified McNasty community listening. First of all, thank you for listening, because we're very new, and we realize that you could be doing a lot of other things and listening to a lot of other podcasts. But by listening to ours, we appreciate it. We love the feedback. We're going to try to implement it. And we hope you keep listening. Share it with your friends. One of my friends, Kirk Maddock, he's like, how do I share this on my Facebook? I walked him through it. He's a little older. He didn't know how to do all that stuff. I'm kidding, Kirk. But no, it's really cool that we're slowly building this audience. They love our chemistry. They loved you, which, I was shocked about. No, but it's really cool. And we hope you keep listening. So thank you. And now we'll get into the episode.
Yeah. Again, feel free to call Matt, text him. He'll walk you through how to share it. So there you go.
Yes, I am the geek squad of the group here.
Definitely not me.
By the way, there's someone else who wants to smoke. Rashad Jennings.
Rashad Jennings, great running back.
Wait, but so the reel he created, he was just saying, he wasn't saying like, oh, I'm the best pickleball player in the world. He was saying he was better than some other athletes.
He's saying
right?
He's very good, and he's welcoming all challenges.
I don't talk a lot of trash in a lot of games and a lot of things that I do, but I will talk trash all day about pickleball and my skill set.
And this is a former NFL player for the Giants. Played at Pitt, played at Liberty, I believe, in college.
Yeah. And I think he won like Dancing with the Stars, and he's on TV doing analysis and talk shows. He's very out there. And we said, yeah, bud, we're in.
Let's get him out there.
Let's do it.
Where's he based? Do we know?
He's LA, I think, right?
He's LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is actually quite feasible.
Oh, we'll get him out.
And
then.
I think he can get anybody he wants.
Right.
Anybody he wants.
Football players are interesting to me in terms of like the sports that translate to pickleball.
It's
not
footwork.
every position translates. I don't know if football. I think football doesn't translate well, to be honest.
What position does? If you're gonna say, is it like a punt returner?
I mean,
like
the best
cornerback.
The best ones we've played with have been quarterbacks.
And we've talked about baseball being really good because of the digs and the lateral movement.
Correct.
As an infielder or whatever. The quick
I think
first
baseball
step.
translate the best.
I agree.
And
aside
hockey,
from
I'm
tennis.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't know. But of the non-racket
right.
sports.
I agree.
Because-
so
'cause-
Rashad Jennings, we're here for it. I think get whoever you want, and we'll figure this out.
Right.
But I think,
he knows he's not like as good as a pro. He gets that. He's not saying
I'm
I
not a
challenge
pro.
everybody.
Yeah.
But this is one sport that if you are on the court, you want to be on my side.
I mean, right. I like it, though. I like that someone's out there putting themselves out there.
I think we get him on a court.
Pickleball. Yeah.
He brings
Mark Wahlberg.
What? No.
Well, speaking of, I guess, big-time people, we do have a celebrity component. Big-time people, which is two of us. Well, so I made a little claim on Instagram, which is why this is on our list here, is that I saw Johnny Manziel and Drake and who else? I forget who else posted about them playing paddle or padel.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And every time I see celebrities with paddle, it's always just them on the court. And obviously it looks sexy. There's glass. There's always nice scenery. Pickleball, sometimes these courts indoors, other places, it doesn't look as sexy, right? But with the paddle racket, with the glass, with probably beautiful greenery, it's always a sexy photo.
It really
They
is.
look like they're sweating, but you never see action.
Right.
You just see them standing there. And my take is that these celebrities are awful. I just don't understand.
You understand it.
No,
you
I
just
understand.
Don't like it.
I don't like that.
Because it's the cool thing to do.
But I don't like so I was playing with someone who has a connection to Mark Wahlberg, and he was saying that Mark now thinks that pickleball is like a girl's sport for women, not hard, whatever. That's
Mark, come
right.
on.
Which
Mark.
Mark, you know better.
We know.
You know better. We have a history.
Matt will fucking challenge you to a fist fight, Mark, right?
No, Mark's changed. Mark.
I'm not going to.
Mark would still kick my ass.
Oh my God, would he ever?
He's
Dude, he wakes up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, no,
and like
but,
works out.
So, my point
I don't
is,
like hearing that,
But
though.
and now paddle's his thing. But he doesn't play either.
I'd like to see him
So
play.
there's a mindset shift for some that says, oh, paddle's the harder sport, blah blah blah. Which like it's very difficult, but it's different. And if you're not athletic or skilled with a racket or a paddle, and you don't know, you're going to be bad at both. So until you show receipts of you playing on a paddle court, I don't want to hear it or see it. I need video.
So it's interesting because I understand what you're saying. I think there's a lot of like wanting to look cool and show the world that you're playing this really cool sport. But I also think like if you want to market yourself as good at something or that it requires a lot of athleticism, all right, prove it. I'll agree with you on that.
Okay.
And you can call us at 310-GET-PADEL. Lessons.
310-GET-PADEL.
Well, we are getting Padel courts at Santa Monica
SMPC,
Pickle and Padel
hopefully soon.
I mean, it's supposed to happen this month.
I still think we need to make this racket bag that has all three.
I agree.
Pickle, paddle, tennis.
McNasty,
we play
you
all
have
three.
a brand.
I know, but
I think it's a great idea. Let's continue. Let's workshop
But
it more.
it's also a note for down the line for us to launch our McNasty bag.
I
certified
agree.
McNasty bag.
I agree.
We just launch it.
We should launch it.
At the very least, Pickle and Padel. Because tennis is a bigger, but I'm saying Pickle and Padel could be nice and compact.
The main compartment is that tennis, and then the pickle paddle on the side, and it's a beautiful bag. We make it like nice premier leather.
I love it. I love it.
Little
Probably
McNasty.
going to be at least a $200
100%.
retail
Right?
price.
As it should. All right.
So Matt, Franklin, we talk about this all the time. And this is for everybody. This isn't just like high level pros and
No,
stuff.
of
like
course.
The
This is your
ball.
rec player
Yeah.
up to the pros.
Yes, it applies to everyone. There are differences between balls like the Lifetime ball and the Franklin ball.
Yeah.
And then there's Yola and some other Selkirk. But
There's a lot of balls that are trying to compete with that Franklin market share. Yeah.
can you explain the difference to, like, I'm a 6-year-old?
Wow. Well, so I don't really have to change
Like
anything.
normal.
Yeah, like normal. Okay. So, Jason, I don't know why my voice got like that. I have an M&M cookie for you. The Lifetime ball is now the ball that they have on tour. It is a faster ball. It bounces a little bit higher, but it's consistent. It's not going to break. The holes are the same size. And it's just, I think it's a ball that just gives you more pop and more consistency with the bounce. Franklin, I guess, does have the same exact consistent bounce. It's 40, the exact same holes. It's just a little more dead. And the thing that's different, I think the biggest differentiator is that no matter the temperature or conditions, is that Lifetime is going to play the same. Whereas Franklin in extreme heat is going to compress and it's going to be soft and really not bounce. And then in cold temperature, it's going to be like a pellet and like hurt you if you get hit. So that's kind of the biggest difference. I think I really do like this Lifetime ball.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a 3-0 or a 7-0, it's going to give you the most response and a consistent high bounce, no matter what level you're on, is going to allow you to improve, right? So if you're a 3-0, you know where the ball is going to be. It's high. You're not getting injured. It allows a game to move along, and you can be confident in where that ball is going to go. And then if you're a pro, now you have to deal with how are you going to absorb something that's coming so fast? How are you going to really absorb after hitting something massive, then take pace off? Because it's a hard ball to control.
Well, that's why I was going to say, like, for amateurs, it might be a little more dangerous to play with Lifetimes because the ball does fly more.
It's challenging.
Right, but I guess it just depends on who you're playing with. But Lifetime did change the game in that now you see speed ups off the bounce a lot.
And I think for the rec player, though, like a Franklin, so you can't put it away sometimes.
Right.
So
which makes for longer hands battles.
Longer rallies, which is also great.
But frustrating.
And then and if you want to, feel power and be a little bit more like the pros, which I think is like a lot of the 3-0s, they're aspiring to be better. And you want to feel like a winner. So the lifetime ball, you have this put away, and it actually goes somewhere. You're like, okay, I do have power. Ethel has power.
It's interesting because our friend like Doug, at least for a while, did not love it because all the big athletes can overpower him, whereas
Right.
Franklin is more for the purist, the touch, patience, a good third shot drop,
Right.
thinking. So I think they both offer different experiences,
Right.
and it's good to know why people do care about what ball they're playing.
I haven't seen a lifetime ball crack. Black don't crack, lifetime don't crack.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad you muffed that one because we're cutting
Black
that.
don't crack, lifetime don't crack.
Jeez,
So
like I said,
it's a
the
hard thing to
whitest
say.
podcast ever.
It's a pickleball podcast. What do we expect?
Yeah. Lobs, Matt. What do you think about lobs and effective
or not? Yes.
Lobs are effective.
It depends when you use them. Lobs are a phenomenal part of the sport at the rec level, at the pro level. I think actually at the rec level, they're way more
Ineffective.
No, they're more effective.
Like
What?
if you're
I
talking
do.
like
That's
3-0
what
to
I-
4-0.
3-0 lobs are incredibly effective.
Really?
Go to a women's game and they
Okay.
can't move back for the lob. They go, oh, I don't want to go for it.
Well, here's one, and I used to teach a lot at Braemar. They would lob from the baseline like it's tennis, and that is not when you lob. Would you agree with that?
I would agree, but an effective lob, like a well hit lob that is high enough, it's going to go over someone's head.
Like as a third shot?
Anything. They don't react
Really?
to it.
You don't want to back up, amateurs. You got to turn your feet like you're a center fielder.
Correct. And
Because
then-
otherwise, that's injury.
But no, lobs are effective. I think at the pro level, it's interesting. They're very effective when everyone's leaning in and trying to take so much space. And then that lob is a great mix-up. You just have to know which shoulder to go over. If you like, a lot of times I forget that I'm playing a lefty and a righty, and I'm lobbing
In the middle of the
I'm
third.
like forgetting to the guy on the right. I'm lobbing right that
and
way,
he's a
and then
lefty.
that lefty just hits
Right.
me. Crushes it. So
Okay, so in my opinion, lobbing, as you get better, it's very rare, almost never are you lobbing from behind the baseline unless you're just playing defense and
Correct.
crushing overheads and you're just. But I think the best lob is when it is well disguised, off the bounce, everybody's at the kitchen, and it looks exactly like your normal dink, and you're able to shape a lob, and you're not winning the point on it most likely, but you have now taken over the advantage. And those guys are running back now, or gals, and you shape it, you can put spin on it. And personally, I love a good lob from the kitchen off the bounce. And I think that they're very effective.
correct, and they're effective off when a dink is just sitting, right? When it's sitting up and down, and you have time. I see people trying to lob off balls that they're like moved, like that are moving through the
Right.
kitchen. That's not the time to do it. You're not set. The ball's moving. It's going to be harder to execute. But yes, like a ball that's sitting up and down, or even out of the air, that quick push up.
Even volley out of
The
the air
volley
lob.
lob is I love it.
Yeah.
And I love it when we do it against Doug. I don't like when I'm with Doug and someone
you're
lobs
the
him.
one
That-
that's getting it if you're with Doug. Yeah. One special note that I would like to say, though, to those amateur players out there is when you are on the run,
Okay.
this used to happen a lot when I'd be teaching, and you're running and you're going to get a ball that's kind of going to the side. So maybe it's not an ATP, but you're in trouble.
Okay.
And you rip the ball like a tennis type of like trying to hit a winner,
Right.
when really all you need to do is reset that ball
sure.
back into the middle. So
Right.
when in doubt, when in trouble, your bailout shot should be a
Always.
drop to the middle, give your partner time,
reset.
and- yes.
You always got the kitchen's your safety zone.
And it's like really a major problem that a lot of amateurs or people that haven't played a lot of pickleball don't understand.
Well, it's counterintuitive. They
Right.
think they have to
Bail
they
out
have
with
to
a-
speed something up to get out of the point when they can just slow it down, give themselves
When
a
in
lot
doubt,
more
slow
time.
it down. Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about time.
Yeah, it's all about time.
Time.
Oh my God, what is happening?
He's on my side. Do want to talk about the Australian Open final.
We have to, yeah.
We have to. Alcaraz versus Djokovic.
Goats.
Two sides of history.
Hey,
And
you picked Djokovic, but you said with your heart.
Yes.
But I think we were all. I personally, we talked about this. I think it would have helped his legacy if he'd won to beat Alcaraz.
Of course.
In this, but I don't think it hurts it at all.
No.
And I think he got the first set.
I think he already showed something to everybody by beating Sinner in the semis. But at 38 to get to that final was insane. And then he's up a set, and it's like, okay, but he just didn't have the legs. Alcaraz turned it up a notch. His forehand kind of went away. Will we see if Alcaraz can win 2 slams a year for the next 9 years.
Easy.
But he should be able to do that.
Yeah, that's the whole point. You got to do it first.
And I guess to tie it to pickleball a little bit, and first I'll say this. So Alcaraz has had the luxury, and Sinner as well, of seeing Novak and Roger and Rafa elevate the game to where they can come in and even have the thought of, I can get to 20 plus slams and I can do all these amazing things and I can treat my body and recover and do all these things to be so professional these guys did. Whereas, Roger, Novak, they had to look at Pete as that example and then they elevated that. So now in pickleball, these guys looking at Ben Johns and their professionalism, Annalie Waters, you have that domination. Can now you come in and take it up a notch? Because I think
I'm going to respectfully jump in and say I don't think anybody is going to ever top Annalie's Triple Crown record.
Just because it's so new, right?
Because she literally jumped into a sport that was relatively new, even though it's been around since 65 or 69.
65.
65. She started at a young age. She's dominant. She and Hayden are the two that I always remember from like 12 years old. But no, I don't think it's like records are meant to be broken in that sense. And maybe I'm wrong, but it's going to be really because Annalie's 18.
She's 18.
And she's
19,
still
just
ascending. It's really different.
So maybe Annalie is like Margaret Court.
Oh wow.
Right? And it's like before the open era, before we go massive internationally, before this explosion of money coming into the sport, maybe Annalie.
Nike loves hearing
no,
this.
No, Annalie is a generational talent. I'm just saying, if you have champions in the future, let's say 5 years from now, that like you almost have to discount some of these Triple Crowns from 3 years ago at least. There needs to be like a starting point,
but no, Annalie has done it in each era, in each generational jump. So I think you count every one of them because she's not someone that is now of the old.
For sure. The generations are much shorter
guard.
in pickleball. It seems like 1 year equates to 10.
But she's still always at the top.
She's unbelievable. Insane. Because her partnership with Nike, she's probably going to get on a court with some of these generational talents, and that'll be fun to see. Just the pairing in tennis. I'm talking about. I may be at an event this weekend. She may be at. I hear Serena may be at. So that could be cool to get them on court together.
You know what would be interesting? I never thought of this, and we'll move on. But the greats had people push them to be great. Annalie doesn't have that in singles, and yet she's still focused enough to do it. And I just wonder, is there an argument to be made like, is it better to be alone on top of the mountain, or could she be even better if a Paris Hilton or a,
Paris Todd?
Paris.
Paris Hilton.
Paris. There's only so many Paris. Yes, a Paris Todd.
If Paris Hilton was good at pickleball, and came and dominated, that'd be great.
40 plus.
Yeah.
She could still do it. Hey, looking for a mixed partner.
Well, okay. I think she's so young, and when you're young, you just are obsessed with the sport and want to be the best and prove yourself. Mm-hmm. There is going to come a time where she keeps winning like this. Where does that motivation come from?
It'll be interesting.
Right? Like when you get to 50 Triple Crowns and no one's even close at 40. Like where does this motivation come? And you do need that rival to push you, in my opinion. And I think that will come in the next few years.
Yeah, and actually I think that'll be really interesting to watch when she's 21 and now all of a sudden you don't know if she's going to win.
Right.
And how does she handle herself when she loses, because she hasn't been the most graceful in the past.
But that's when you see true greatness, and I think you'll see it.
Yeah, all right, cool. Actually, I'm looking forward to seeing her get challenged.
I agree.
All right, cool. What's next?
Some pickleball superstitions or habits. Because I think everyone is superstitious a little bit, or habits. I don't have as many as I used to when I in my tennis life. I will say that. Like when I was a 12-year-old kid, I wore the same exact shirt first round at every event because that was my shirt. This red like reptile Nike shirt. And I knew I'd win. But for pickleball, I feel really weird about like using a paddle or opening a new paddle before the other one's not like completely damaged, like broken, unusable. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know why that is. I have plenty of free paddles.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All new, but there's something about just like, it's a weird mental thing. I feel comfortable with it. I feel if I use like
you don't want to waste
a brand new, it's a waste thing. Yeah. But if I open like a brand new one, is it going to feel?
You don't really want to break out the brand new one until you feel like it's necessary.
I think I would need to adjust to have like 4 paddles, all new, gripped all of them because like even
That's like
the,
OCD-ish, but this is not superstitious.
But is it OCD?
Yes. Although I guess like people will go back and tap.
That I don't do any of that.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about you.
No, I know.
We're
So
talking
what are
about
yours?
superstitions.
What are yours?
I don't really have any. Although I would say sometimes I can be a little weird and I'll tap the back wall or I'll tap the net. But I don't know why. It's just kind of a reset of the mind. But I
Okay.
don't do it every time. It's not like a no my God, see a power up.
Right.
Fucking,
Well, Leia Jansen
or
does
Leia
the
Jansen
thing.
is the perfect example.
George Johnson taps the back.
I don't see much superstition out there. I mean, it's just good consistency.
Do you have like are there certain clothes that like if you were going to play a tournament, like I'm going to pick these 3 shirts probably are like what I feel good in?
So when I used to play a lot of singles and had a lot of success, I would wear, sometimes I would have my same shirt that I would wear for the championship match, like my Tiger Red.
Right.
And so my earlier wins, like you'd see me in the same shirt.
And then boom, that's
Right,
the
or
switch.
even same underwear. I'd be like, I'm gonna wear this underwear when I play this tournament. Like this red brief. So stuff like that for good luck. Whatever.
Interesting.
Boxer briefs. Yeah, and singles, I think you have a lot more you're dealing with there, where after every point you run over to towel off,
Right.
have a drink, wipe your grip.
Like I don't see Ben having or Anna Lee. I haven't noticed any type of like weird superstition that I've seen from them. We'd
I
have
think
to
there's
ask.
a difference between superstitions and
And routine,
preparation
and preparation
yeah,
routines.
and great athletes do the same thing before they play, but I don't think that's superstition.
I haven't asked them this. Like a lot of times in tennis, someone would win and they'd go to a certain restaurant before that opening night.
Sure.
They won't go away from that restaurant.
Or they'll eat the
enti-
same meal at their hotel every morning.
Yes.
Same. Sure, that stuff happens, absolutely, but that's off court.
Is that something you would do if you won the opening night, go to the same restaurant 7 days in a row?
No, I would never do that. No.
Jason, Major League Pickleball. How much have you paid attention to the trades in the offseason?
There's been some talks of trades. There's been some talks.
Yeah, so a lot of trades.
yeah.
The trade deadline, there's a million rules with MLP, which I don't want to begin to bore anyone with. But the big trades, Zane Navratil was the captain of the New Jersey Fives, Anna Lee Waters team.
Great organization.
Yeah, probably the best. They've had so much success in MLP, so he's on the outs, which says a lot.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What does it say?
Well, first of all, there's a change in the format, right? You can have 6 players.
Mm-hmm.
You can have someone that just plays singles only. You could be a little more
Which
selective
is
with
smart
the
because
crew.
people sitting on the bench was
It's
stupid.
so stupid. I totally agree. This is going to make it so everyone plays and like has a reason to travel to an event. But no, it says a lot. Look, the Fives are one of the premier teams, and look, Zane is a phenomenal player. We're having him on the pod. He's a friend of the pod.
Of course, he's a friend of the pod. What are you saying?
I'm saying that he's not as good as he once
Oh,
was.
yeah,
Clearly,
yes.
look,
I think Zane is the first to admit he didn't want to be on the bench just cheering and
Right.
talking trash. So, but that doesn't, he's got traded. There's value there for both
there's
teams.
a ton of value. I'm just saying that's what happened. And Hunter Johnson gets removed from the LA Mad Drops. He was one of their longtime players. They put a really nice post out.
And
Cash
him for
yeah,
Freeman.
Correct. But he was a reason they were winning.
Zane is one of the, I think he might be the winningest MLB
Right.
player
Well,
in history.
I talked about him. I was like, your team continues to win despite. No, I said something about if you look at some of his percentages, they were lowest, but at the same time, he's like winning. Like, how do you equate all of that? And he loved that question.
Okay. What was his response?
No, he said for him, Major League Pickleball is more about like energy and intangibles. Like it's not just about how much you win every single time and what you bring like that game to 21 or 11 or whatever the format may be at the time.
Yeah.
It's about all these other things, which is true.
Listen, I think MLP, and this is an age-old discussion that's still being debated, but like, is that format better, more fun for the fan, for the player,
Yeah.
whatever? But personally, I love the idea of a team dynamic.
Right.
Where you guys, it's like a college atmosphere, and it is a different rally scoring and all these things, but I think Zane is clearly one of those guys that knows how to motivate his teammates, that
Right.
plays big, knows his role, and knows how to talk trash.
For sure.
But yes, I think, and then the other thing I want to talk about is the Dream Breaker.
Right.
I do think it's not easy for a Gabe Joseph or
No.
to jump in. There's rhythm to playing singles.
Yes.
And so I don't
And-
know that
and-
just being a
no.
single specialist
No,
is enough.
It's not. And and I forget where I read this and who said it. It might have been Zane, but that these singles specialists, no, it was Alex Crum, that said these singles specialists are going to be like field goal kickers. That
Start to choke.
Well, no, you're brought in, and it's like, you're a hero
for 4 points,
or you're kicked out of
tough.
town because I don't care how good you are. If I'm playing Hayworth and if I get the return to a certain spot on any given point and close and pick the right spot, I can win that point. 4 points.
Maybe.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like if I hit my spot on a big serve and someone's tight. Yeah.
And what I always loved about the Dream Breaker is that it did make people who weren't comfortable playing singles have to play singles. Yes,
which now that's not going to happen as much.
Right.
I will say this, that I hated watching a Dream Breaker after you had 4 amazing matches of this high level, and then you have just these singles points that it looks like, oh my God, these people aren't even athletes. Like they like clearly just like it's not translating.
Right, that's not their
and I think that was bringing down the look of the sport and the final product.
That's fair.
Now that if you can keep that level high across the entire, it's called 90 minutes of action, I think the product you're delivering to the fans is way better.
I agree.
So for that, I think that's the big move.
But you don't have a problem with the Dream Breaker existing as a tiebreaker.
Love.
Great.
Love.
So yeah, I think it'll get better. And I think there was some poll out there about all these changes, and it was like 98% approved, which is rare.
Correct. For me, I still think PPA is like where the players are trying to peak. I think that's where the fans still like it the most.
It's about the growth of the sport.
But I hope that both grow because, look, we have a pickleball podcast. So the more people, the rising tide raises all podcasts.
Yes.
Builds.
By the way,
Builds.
Cardio is currently #1 in doubles.
Yeah, that'll change.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, may not. If Ben continues to play with him and takes some events off,
It's
Cardio
interesting,
will be
right?
#1.
And Anna Lee Waters did play one event in the indoor. It was just gender doubles, right?
Right.
So there's something there too where they want to maintain their ranking, right? Why didn't Anna Lee play singles and mixed?
Well, she's so far out. I mean, with Anna Lee, it doesn't matter.
Oh, you think that it makes... So why did she go out there just to play?
I think she's contractually probably obligated to play a certain amount of events.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's it.
Sure. But I mean, look, she just signed a new Nike deal. It's good to get out of the white and into something else right away. And
by the way, if she were to have played mixed, who do you think she picks?
I think she picks Hayden.
Ooh, wow. After their little history?
Franklin family.
Right.
Franklin family.
Interesting. Okay.
But
they have a little history. So what I would say is I think there was resentment for a long time because they were both kind of coming up. And then I think she surpassed it. I mean, she became the best ever.
Yeah.
And Hayden was always there. But I think he made a huge jump
He's
like
huge
a year
now.
or two ago. I remember when he was playing with like Wyatt Stone, you know,
great.
and like Julian.
Yeah.
And finding the right partner
and then,
so important. And now we think Julian's... Is he going to be teaching next year?
Probably.
Sorry, I mean, I love you.
Probably going to be talking about the lob and a drop shot.
Oh, did you
on
see
a
that
Monday.
too? He threw the paddle. You see that?
I saw all of it.
Well, we didn't talk about it.
It did. When was that? Was that at? That was at Minnesota.
Yeah. So Julian threw his paddle out of frustration, and in an unlucky turn of events, it then took off into the stands and could have hit the crowd.
It did. It hit someone.
It didn't hit someone. It came close. That's the whole point. He wasn't DQ'd at the time. Tyler Leung was on the other side. They do not like each other.
No, of course not.
Do you think now there's a target, like your reputation is going to impact these decisions too? Like
For sure. Like, Julian, of course, if you have a history of doing the wrong things over and over and over again,
you're going to get the penalty. The benefit of the doubt is not there.
It's not with you at all. It's not. It's not. Oh, this is his first time.
Right.
It was the way he crisis
threw the
of character. Down. It was not anything of that. It was look. This is they're gonna.
But the point of that though too was they made the decision after the match was over, and Julian and I forget his partner won over Brandon French and Tyler Leung.
And then it's DQ'd.
They DQ'd it and tried to say, I guess Tyler and or no, they weren't even going to advance. It was just the next team advances automatically.
Of course.
But the whole thing was not handled right. If you're going to get a penalty or it has to happen in that moment. Would you agree?
No.
You think that they should finish out the match?
Well, I think there's a replay system or the ability to review something as a league that can happen at any time.
But for the tournament's sake.
No, I'm telling you, I think that just because the referee in match wasn't able to make the right call doesn't mean that there shouldn't be the ability for the league to make the right call when they see all the evidence.
So did they get it? For this particular instance,
They got it right.
Okay.
And of course, the team that lost can't now somehow get. That's no. They lost that match. They were allowed to play.
Either you finish the match right there and you DQ them, and these guys advance
for sure.
Or once the match is played out, we live with that result.
And then correct, 100%. So for the certified snack of the week, I was at Brentwood Country Mart yesterday, and I was minding my own business. And this cute little girl and her mother come up to me and we're selling Girl Scout cookies. Would you like them? And I caved.
Okay.
I caved and I got Samoa and Tagalong.
Okay.
I said that's next week.
Yeah.
And you've had these before.
Yes.
Right? Tagalong.
Thank you.
We're rating this on the duper scale.
Yeah, is it 1 to 6?
Yeah. We can go above 6, 7. 1 to 7.
They're really a perfect cookie because you've got the crunch, you've got the peanut butter.
I see where your kids get the sweet tooth, bro.
I mean, it's excellent. It's like a Nutter Butter with chocolate.
But like better.
6-3.
I was going to say the exact same score. 6-3.
Scary.
No, there are. It's a gluten-free flavor. This is
coconut, right?
Yeah.
You gotta love coconut.
I love coconut.
Oh, do you?
Love.
You can take it or leave it.
That's very good.
Very sweet.
6-1.
Honestly, I'm not the biggest coconut guy. So it's nothing against this, but I'm going to go like 5, 6.
I could eat a whole thing of that. I had 2 of each last night.
Okay.
After eating Chinese food.
Yeah.
And that's why I brought them here, because I wanted to get them out of the house.
Yeah. Well, Dylan didn't get any, so I'll offer him some.
Dylan, you're going to have some.
I used to play poker, Matt.
Yeah.
And I used to play, I played the main event, the World Series, 6 years
You've shown
in a
us
row.
videos of that earlier, which is insane.
So I would definitely find more OCD type habits during those, and a lot of players will say the same thing. If you're in an event that can go weeks, these events are 10,000, 6,000 players, and there's different dates. So I would definitely try to go the same route that I took. If I had success one day, I'm like, I'm going to do the same thing I did yesterday.
I'd imagine from like a mental standpoint, if we're like looking at it as a sports psychologist, it's probably just like in such a stressed environment, whether it's poker, tennis, pickleball, anything that you have high stress, it's finding like pathways of comfort.
Yeah.
Right? That calm you down, because there's no other ways to find that in that environment.
Yeah, you want to stay in your comfort zone. You want to feel relaxed, and finding comfort in a meal or in
something you can control.
Yes, exactly, because that's really what life is. It's what is within our control, what's not, and how do you handle stress and adversity.
It's actually very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was another episode of Certified McNasty. We will be here every week. So slam that subscribe button, that like button. Leave us a comment. We do read every single one. Shoot us a DM. We will look at it as well. So thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting. And we will see you next week.
Yeah, next week we might have some special guests.
We do.
We do.
Certified McNasty.
You could probably cut that part and then we move. No, I'm saying cut after that.
Keep him giving the directions.